competent women can suddenly feel this unexplained anxiety, this feeling of dread in the pit of the stomach as you wake up in the morning. Sometimes it's very gradual and it comes on us gradually. Other times it's a stop in your tracks, oh my God moment, what is happening to me? And there are so many reasons why this happens. Today I want to talk about why it happens, a few tips on what we can do about it, and what happens post-menopause to your confidence. Let's get into it. So I believe there are 6 general reasons why we can lose confidence as we move into midlife and beyond. The first are the physical changes. Who wouldn't lose confidence when suddenly when they get up from the seat, they're making that oof sound, or suddenly the knee gives way, or suddenly they can't see without their glasses? It does make you question everything that you believed about yourself. You've suddenly got these physical symptoms of getting older, and it can be quite confronting. So that's number 1. Number 2, of course, is that your physical appearance changes. It can be quite distressing to look in the mirror and think, hang on a minute, that's my mum. I mean, it's lovely if you've got a good relationship with your mum. They live on in us, don't they? But actually, we don't want to look like somebody who's 30 years older than us. My first experience of this was reaching up for something in the supermarket and thinking, whose hand is that? In this anti-aging culture, it isn't really acceptable, is it, to look older? We're encouraged to buy anti-aging creams as if it's some sort of war we've got to fight. We're led to believe that our value relies upon our youth. And let's face it, in the workplace, that can be a very real concern. And it's the reason why so many women try to hide their age. Is it any wonder that that knocks confidence? And then, of course, there is the psychological changes that come with moving into midlife, particularly when our hormones are going up and down. There is more anxiety, more depression in midlife women than perhaps when they were younger. There's that existential crisis of, who am I now? Have I got to where I wanted to go? And if not, what do I want to do about it? Is what I'm doing now actually fulfilling me in the way that it used to? What am I going to do about that if it isn't? I just want to interrupt this video quickly to let you know that Aging Wonderfully Well, the good news about midlife and growing older, is now available on your local Amazon store. Grab your copy, buy some for your friends, and leave me a review on Amazon to let me know how you want to age wonderfully well. Back to the video. Number 4, which we touched very, very briefly on, was career difficulties. I don't need to tell you that the workplace can be a very discriminatory place. There are so many companies that value youth over experience. And there are lots of movements towards change, but that's going to take time. In the meantime, women easily lose their confidence. Of course, going through the menopause brings it home that we've now lost our fertility. Even if you've had children, that can actually be a source of sadness, an unexpected grief that you didn't expect. I've had 4 children and I still felt a little bit, ooh. And if you've taken the decision not to have children, it's one thing for that to be your decision. It's quite another for your biology to make that decision for you. So be gentle with yourself if you have that unexpected pang of grief when you realise that actually you won't be having children or any more children. And then there are relationship changes. Your relationship with your long-term partner. Many women get divorced at this time of life and are back on the dating scene. There's bereavement. There's the empty nest. All of these things, understandably, can knock our confidence and our sense of who we are. And general life changes. Maybe we're downsizing. Maybe we've been made redundant. Maybe we've started to look after elderly parents. There are so many things that happen at this time of life that can make us feel just a little bit less confident than we did before. There's also an unexpected grief about the passing of the years. Suddenly wondering where those years have gone, realising that we've got more years behind us than ahead of us. So what can we do about it? I found it helpful to actually take a piece of paper and write down the things that I've achieved in my life that I'm proud of. And referring back to that list when I was wobbling in confidence. I also look for the small things. Like for you, it might be, my grandchildren love my Victoria sponge. I make a good Victoria sponge cake. These tiny, tiny things can help rebuild confidence. Taking care of your appearance, going for a regular spa date or a facial. The man across the road is polishing his car. I don't know if you can hear the squeaking. If you can, I apologise. There's not much I can do about it. You can rebuild your confidence step by step. I have a free download if that would be helpful, and I'll put the link to that in the comments if you'd like to read it. Losing confidence during the midlife transition is common, but it doesn't have to be inevitable. Once we're conscious of these things, once we're aware, we can look out for them and bring ourselves up short when we start to behave in ways that start to erode our confidence. Coming to terms with the past is an essential part of growing older. If there are issues that you haven't dealt with, now is probably the time to go and get some help. Because they're not going to go away. In fact, they come into sharper focus as we get older. And laying the past to rest is an essential part of a healthy older age. That way, you're leaving room for new experiences that will fill you up and make your older years much happier and more confident. It can really help at this time in our lives to nurture our ability to embrace change. The good news is that although losing confidence in midlife is very, very common, it doesn't have to be inevitable. And if we have the awareness, we can guard against it. Pick ourselves up when we notice that our confidence is wobbling and analyse that and work out what we need to do to strengthen ourselves and strengthen our confidence as we move through this transitionary period. The good news is that the potential for personal growth doesn't stop at 50, far from it. We can rebuild our confidence and pave the way for a happier, more contented life. And the thing about confidence post-menopause is it's not the same as the kind of confidence that we had when we were younger. It's quieter, steadier, more grounded. It's a confidence that comes from within that can't really be affected by outside sources. It's a lovely place to be. And hopefully that's where you're going to get to. So if you're feeling that you've lost your confidence at the moment, and you're really having a wobble, please take heart from this video. Things are probably going to get better. And there are just a few things that you can do to help yourself along the way. Awareness is everything. Talking about it helps. You're not alone. And this will end. And you'll come through it a more confident, more grounded individual. Until next time.